Strelok wasn't, but seems like everything's been sorted out. So the first map is going to be Daybreak. Have we seen Snitchables playing V Terran actually?
I don't think so. I think we saw ZVC with him. I can't remember. Sometimes it's one of those things, you just cast so many games, it just goes like in one ear and out the
Oh
other.
yeah,
It's kind of like when you read a book out loud. You just read it, you don't really take in what you read it. But
oh that's true. You're not really focusing.
yeah,
You,
it's
you
like
just you just read, and then you're like, how the hell did I get to this point in
yeah,
in the
ex
plot?
it's kind of like that. It gets processed a bit differently. Whereas if you play, you kind of remember what's going on.
True.
So I wonder what we will be seeing. Of course, so far Strelok has been going for that proxy Reaper nearly every game.
Well, we
Uh,
did see it on this map yesterday, where
yeah,
he proxied the barracks just here near the third base. It was actually the same spawning location, but he's not going to be doing it this time around.
well, he sends it once the depot is done.
True. This is a
So,
smaller map, unlike Akelon Flats, so no needs
oh,
to.
I think it could be a CC first. It's gonna be a CC
Oh,
first.
yeah,
So he's kind of mad the game in his opponent here, because like Snitchables could have been watching this tournament.
yeah.
Leon has been watching this tournament. Could have been giving him advice. Strelok knows what type of caliber Snitchables is, because of course he is in the final. So uh, he'd imagine that okay, he's probably going to know what I'm going for, so I'm going to meta game him and go Nexus for
And it's not
CC
going
first.
to work because Snitchables also probably prepared for his opponent. He is going to drone scout and he's going
Oh,
to see no racks, no gases. So it can either be a proxy 11-11 or something like that, in which case he would already have been under attack most likely, or very
yeah,
very soon. But now he
yes,
sees the CC, so he thinks to himself, okay, I'm safe. All right,
yeah.
taking gas first, delaying the pool even. Snitchable's feeling mighty fine here.
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit worried then because the drone went past the SCV and
Hmm.
no reaction. So I thought like if he just stays in the main and doesn't go out, he might think it's just a proxy Rex and overreact, really hurting his economy. But no, thankfully that was not the case. So no worries. He is still getting speed, Snitchables though, because of course he wants to play defensive, I guess, and have that sorted. And we should see a fast dude, I'd imagine, get dropped.
I think so. Yes. Versus a CC first. There's basically only one sensible thing to do, and that is take a third as fast as possible. But Snitchables is going to wait a little bit before he does that. He is going to dump 100 minerals into that speed and a couple minerals into Zerglings just to have that early map presence. If nothing else, just to give him advanced warning of any approaching pressures, units, marines, whatever. And then he's just going to go on and take a third, I imagine. So
Hmm.
that will come down at around 6 minute mark or slightly before then. SCV scouting the Zerg out. Did see the pull timing, saw everything basically. So no
So let's
surprises
go for
there
him.
for Strelok factory going down.
Yep, next to the barracks, so it looks like we should have a react added on. He is taking a second gas as well, so you can continue attacking. You can go maybe into Banshee Hellion, maybe.
That is a possibility. Um, hmm. And
I think it could
quite
be
a
that.
potent one, I have to
Yeah,
say.
it's a very old school. Well, it's becoming a bit of an old school build. Of course, it became a lot more popular after
It's been
the
reinvented.
yeah after the Queen buff. That is pretty much what was happening, and I think it is. He's got enough gas where he can go for the starport, and obviously, if not, he has to go for
Wait
something
a
else.
minute. Why are we not seeing a third base? And why is why is there that many lings being produced out on the field?
This is interesting.
Oh my goodness. Going to see a speedling all in. Are you kidding me?
Ooh, I like this. I like this. And
I don't like, but at the worst case scenario, he'll deny mining time from the natural. That's all he can do.
how
I don't think he'll be able to do
how is
much
Strelok
more.
know this is coming? He's already pulled his SUVs off ready. I didn't see anything unless there was something at the tower
Um,
that got killed off. And we have two Hellions, the depots, obviously here, and a nice surround on the Hellions there. Wow, very nice surround. There's next to no SCVs that will be able to repair, so this bunker could go down, and Strelok is going to have to repair the depots in his main to stop them going down the Hellions. Will of course deter the Zerglings from staying there from too long. And this is very so much worth it.
It is. Like I said, he's going to deny mining from the natural, and basically nothing else. There's nothing else Snitchables wanted out of this attack. This wasn't meant to kill the Terran, as there was no way to kill him. But it did allow to decrease the income that the Terran has, and put himself a little bit more ahead, taking the gases right now. No layer inside, of course, but we do have Hellbats being produced, and Hellbat drops are incoming.
Now this should get spotted, as of course both watchtowers have been taken. So I wonder if
the first watchtower did not see that. The second watchtower probably.
Well,
yeah, will.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I'd be a bit surprised as it flies through the direct center, even actually killing the Zergling, because why not? He actually showed what units he had there, so Snitchables is going to be in a much better, position to defend this. He knows, like, he has to be very careful with the Zerglings. Hellbat's now getting dropped Zerglings, engaging the Queen, targeting down the medevac, of course, which is something you should always be doing as a Zerg player. Second medevac with Hellbats incoming, and is there a Roach Warren? Did I see a Roach Warren? I did not.
No, we don't have a Roach Warren, so... Oh, just as we say it, the caster curse gets dropped down.
There we are, so... Like, it could start getting out of control if, he has a lot of Hellbats with the medevacs, and as Zerglings surround happens, then we could see a lot of Zerglings go down. A little run by into the natural, once again, some Hellbats will deal some damage, but... a couple of SCVs getting killed, more Zerglings incoming. Ooh,
nice lift on the depots. Yeah. Perfect reaction time there by Strelok. Now, judging by Snitchables building spine crawlers inside his mineral lines, he's looking to be aggressive. He doesn't want to leave anything defending, or very little defending, his home base. Now we have two medevacs being loaded up, boosting past the Queens. Nice move there. One of them gets taken out though, but there are still 4 Hellbats inside the Zerg perimeter, and they have a lot of hit points. But they're not doing the damage Strelok hoped they would do. He hoped to have killed some drones, and that didn't happen. Meanwhile, we do have the Spire on the way, and when that Spire finishes, look at the gas piling up and piling up and piling up for Snitchables.
He's actually going to get supply blocked in a second, so he needs more overloads. And, something about, you said it with the spine crawlers, like, he is going to be more aggressive as we can see, but also, like, Hellbat's one of those things. If you miss a beat, like, when defending against Hellbats, you can just lose your entire mineral line.
True.
So, like, I really like that he's put them there as, a last resort. If he doesn't stop the Hellbat drop, the spine crawlers, will take the focus fire, for example. So drones have time to run away. It gives them time to pull back units, etc., etc. So very good play come out of Snitchables there, in my opinion. And the third command center is now floating towards the third for Strelok. It won't get spotted as this Viking does land killed the Zergling that was waiting. So 10 meters in production. We have an armory, so those can be added into the mix, but there's none in production yet, and there's no NTS so far, so this could go really bad. Here is a Hellbat drop into the main, though. We actually missed this.
Well, but not very many drones have been killed. Only, I mean, can you imagine, with all the effort Strelok has been putting forward to slow the Zerg down, to damage his economy, only 5 drones have been killed.
So many meters, there are now 10. They are flying into the main. There's nothing here to defend. The Thor's now being added into the mix, but we'll see some SCVs get killed here.
Yeah, I think this caught Strelok completely by surprise. I think
he reacted.
Yeah, I think he half expected the Zerg to go. I mean, I see tanks, I see mech. Oh my God, what do? I go Roach Hydra, and it didn't happen. We see a mutalisk strategy coming out of Snitchables. Think this caught Strelok a little bit off guard, and he's not giving a damn. He says, okay, I'm going to counter. At the same time, we have a lot of Zerglings running towards the third base, but they have to be pulled back to defend the third of the Zerg. That could potentially go down very, very quickly, and even the mutas are coming back. I really like this choice. The mutas will be needed in the upcoming fight.
Great decision there by Snitchables to sacrifice his third. he is in quite a good pot. The Zerglings running into the natural, they will do so much damage up here. Of course, there is no anti-air with this army for Strelok, so it eventually will get cleaned up, not before taking the third out.
And you know what's missing from Strelok's defense compared to the games we have seen him using this style before? No Widow Mines. That's how the Zerglings are able to do so much there. And with this attack repelled, all Snitchables has to do right now is basically double expand.
And also, I believe Team Infused are sponsored by InWin, who
Oh,
will be giving a
that's
case
really
away,
cool
so-
to hear. Magic Box not being Magic Box doesn't even matter. There's the GG from Strelok, perfectly played by Snitchables. Game number 1 goes to him.
And very well played as well. Like, really smart player out of Snitchables.